Bomac says Errol Spence over-marinated the Terence Crawford fight. Is that fact or big cap? What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Red. But let's talk about it. Alright, y'all. So, the trainer of Terence Bud Crawford recently gave an interview, had a few things to say about the very close upcoming fight between him and Errol, the Truth Spence Jr. happening this weekend. I cannot wait. And I just wanted to give my 3 cents on what Coach Mac had to say.
I was just fighting for things to be equal. I was fighting for things to be right on the business side. Not nothing that he could control. It was people that was, handling the fight that had the control over everything, and I just wanted more control of what was going on behind closed doors.
It was put out there that Errol Spence Jr. over-marinated the Terence Crawford fight. Is that true or is that cap? I think it's complicated. I think that, I do feel like that Errol Spence was trying to make the fight last year. Before that, I don't know. Before that, I don't know which side was the hold up. Could have been Errol, could have been, Errol's promotional company, could have been Terence Crawford, could have been Top Rank. Before all of that happened last year, I can't place my finger on one place and say, well, it was them or it was them that was keeping the fight from actually happening. So if we just focus on last year, I feel like it was more of Terence Crawford that was holding up the fight because he's obviously the one who walked away from the negotiation.
I'm happy. I wish that, I could have got a few more things done, but I'm not caring about what is what. I've been signed the contract. He been signed the contract. So why is we talking about a contract that's been signed for months now?
Errol Spence didn't walk away. Errol Spence waited around and waited around and waited around. Not only did he wait around, he did what Terence Crawford could have done last year before he took the David Evansian fight and just waited until they got the fight completely done. Terence Crawford made it seem like when he took the Evansian fight, like he had to have a fight in between, the Sean Porter fight and an Errol Spence fight just because, nobody wants to admit why. Me, I feel like it was just a money play. I'm not going to sit up here and do like other people do and shoot darts at his financial situation and say that, oh, well, he's broke. He took the David Evansian fight because he's broke. This is what they do to Manny Pacquiao now. Every time Manny Pacquiao wants to fight somebody, they say, oh, he's broke. He's only fighting him because he's broke. He need a paycheck. He's broke. But I ain't going to do Terence Crawford like that. I'm not going to say, well, he took the David Evansian fight because he's broke and, he don't know how to control his money. He don't know how to deal with his finances. This is why Bob Burnham left him. Illegal! I'm not that type of person. But, there's going to be people who's going to do that. And, if he wanted to go get a money play, I just wish he would have admitted that that's what it was. Don't try to blame Errol Spence for why the fight didn't happen last year. You just wanted a money play. And let's be honest, you wanted that money play because you're not sure if you're going to win this fight.
I feel like a slice of butter melting on top of a big old pile of flapjacks. Yeah.
So you wanted to make sure while your price was as high as it can get, while people were commanding the highest dollar amount for you, that you got an extra fight in there just in case Errol Spence does drag you across the ring for 12 rounds.
Get your hands off. Get it off. Oh, what that do you wait? What's up? Come on. Man,
So, that's the only thing I don't like about Terence Crawford. He's a very dishonest type of guy. He, like I said yesterday, he's almost like the quiet bully. He's almost like that guy who tries to bait you into doing something by letting you do something to him. So he uses all these subliminal tactics, I think, to try to get under Errol Spence's skin. And I kind of think it's going to come back to bite him in the end, simply because, I think Errol Spence is a little ticked off by the situation that happened last year and the fact that he had to wait around for Terence Crawford. I think that has gotten under his skin a little bit. Maybe that's a little bit of strategy by Crawford. Get under his skin, make him make some mistakes in the fight. But I think that's going to actually fuel Errol Spence to prove once and for all that he is the top dog and, the biggest fish out there, like he's been saying.
I came down on it like this.
Now, when it comes to Bomac saying that, Earl over-marinated, if anything, Terence Crawford obviously over-marinated the fight for money.
Why is we talking about a contract that's been signed for months now? So it's fight time. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking about next week.
And do I blame him? In a way, I don't really blame him. Once again, like I said, I would just much rather him admit the fact that you did the David Avazian situation for money. It was strictly for money. It had nothing to do with you wanted a tune-up and Errol Spence and PBC were taking too long to agree to certain terms in the contract. They had nothing to do with it. Because, if you were willing to just wait maybe another 2 or 3 weeks, y'all probably could have gotten all that signed and delivered to the fans if they would have just held out and waited. But obviously, he did that strictly for the money that Blue Blood and BLK Prime were throwing at him at the moment. Because, once again, if Errol Spence does beat this guy, it's going to severely hurt the rest of Terence Crawford's career.
Shut the fuck up.
If he gets beat twice, and they do run it back, Terence Crawford feels like he could have kind of won the fight or whatever. I think that if he gets beat twice, it's going to permanently impact his career, something he's not able to recover from. He might end up just being a journeyman type of fighter if he gets beat twice. And I know Terence Crawford fans don't want to hear that. That goes triple time for Errol Spence. It's going to kill Errol Spence's career if he gets beat. It's going to kill his career permanently if he gets beat twice. So, I think both sides don't want to hear that, to be honest with you, because after this fight, somebody's going to be severely damaged. One of these guys' career is most likely going to go away, and the other guy's career is most likely going to flourish. Now, it's possible that the loser, sticks around 147 and rebuilds off the younger fighters, off beating these younger fighters. That's a very big possibility. That's what a smart fighter would do. They wouldn't let one fight dictate their career. But I think that because this thing has been built up and these fighters, like Keith Thurman, when they build themselves up as an unbeatable force, when they actually get beat, it breaks their psyche. Like Bozzy Ennis said, you can't just throw these fighters in there and expect them to, be the same after they take a loss. Because once they get hit really hard, they're going to react. And if they get beat, they're really going to react. Just look at Keith Thurman's career. He hasn't been the same since Manny Pacquiao beat him. And, I think that's going to be the result of Errol Spence or Terence Crawford. Whoever takes the loss, they're going to go play the flute in the park, and you're not going to see them for 8-9 months. And then they'll come back, have one fight, and you're not going to see them for 3 or 4 more years. So, I think Bomac is right that the fight is over-marinated, but I think he's pointing the finger in the wrong direction.
Hand up the middle, right there, up the middle. Woo! Look at this nigga scared. Yo.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. That like button, fun man, share. Subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms. That Facebook, that Instagram, that YouTube, that Twitter. But you're more than likely to get a response on the tubes, so holler at me over there. If you want to collab or feature a product or your channel on my channel, to hit my Gmail, because it is a flock of cards at Gmail. Yeah, and we are live.
It's about bread, fuck what you talking about. If you ain't talking about that bread, then I'm walking out. Sorta like DJ I get my bud online, call it eBay funk. Nigga, better prepare to lean. Young Keys, that nigga spitting kerosene since I was an early teen. Now I'm in my mid-20s like a cold day. Niggas in the hood say I did it like OJ. Okay, you think Keys ain't got a grip? You on pain like you walking around without a hip. This is for my niggas zooming up and down the strip. Wood will grip like a pirate ship. You don't want nothing with it. Mine on the digits. If you hating, you can get it.
Got the keys to the city.
You don't want nothing with it. Mine on the digits. If you hating, you can get it.
Got the keys to the city.
You don't want nothing with it. Mine on the digits. If you hating, you can get it.
Got the keys to the city.
You don't want nothing with it. Mine on the digits. If you hating, you can get it.
Got the keys to the city.
You niggas better get more cream. You niggas broke like the levees down in New Orleans. And it ain't no fixing it. Engineer mixing it. Had to wear a coat cause it's cold like Switzerland. Got the hood blistering. All the niggas listening. Throwback Weber. Shorty thought I played for Michigan. Nah, it's the bill, dude. Still here's what she'll do. Let a nigga cut long as I bring a pill through. And you don't want nothing with it. Gone off control, Grey Goose got me shitty. I go hard for the digits, got the keys to the city. I'ma show you how to get it. You don't want nothing with it. Mine on the digits. If you hating, you can get it.
Got the keys to the city.
You don't want nothing with it. Mine on the digits. If you hating, you can get it.
Got the keys to the city.
You don't want nothing with it. Mine on the digits. If you hating, you can get it.
Got the keys to the city.
You don't want nothing with it. Mine on the digits. If you hating, you can get it.
Got the keys to the city.
I got the remedy, plenty weed in the sea. A little skinny freak, legs like a centipede. Y'all niggas got DL tendencies. Young Keys flow 10 degrees. Hit the industry in the teeth, never scared if it's beat. Ask niggas if they know my name in the streets. These young niggas got it hot like Venice Beach. Shit is deep, seeing narcs riding in the Jeep. I'm on the grind, I ain't been home in the week. Listen when I speak, leave stab wounds in the beat. Riding in the fleet, stuffing hydro in the sweet. It's Louis Keys, nigga.